Welcome to Fitness Forever TV with M&B,
your source for entertainment television,
where we explore all things health and wellness to help you achieve longevity and vitality.
Excellent. So this whole craze with CBD, what do you think about it?
CBD is all the rage. It's grown in popularity for the use in the treatment of muscle soreness, anxiety. It's a sleep aid. It's really trending.
Well, we recently had a chance to talk with my friend Elijah Desmond, who is the founder of Lyfee, Lyfee, and he's come up with an Ultra Hydrating Mouth Spray that incorporates CBD.
Yeah, a mouth spray now that incorporates CBD. Let's hear all about it.
Yeah. I just want to introduce Elijah Desmond. Elijah is the founder and CEO of Lyfee. This is a new product that just came into the market, and it looks like this. And we've got him on just to tell us a little bit more about it and how it came about and what are the benefits and features of it. And Elijah, please, thank you very much for coming on. And why don't you first of all give us a little background on yourself and then tell us about how you came up with the product.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you, Melissa. Thanks for Brad for having me on here. So first, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm actually a motivational speaker for kids. My passion is changing kids' lives. Full transparency, I have been speaking since 15 years old when I tested out of high school early and went to college. And I started my speaking career then. I realized that there's no better feeling ever than those hugs that you get from the kids. You get off stage and you get a line full of kids that wanted to shake your hand, and those hugs that you get, the hugs that don't break away, the hugs that they don't want to let go, followed by the wet shoulders with all the teardrops, those are addicting when you know you left a huge impact. So that is my ultimate passion, is motivational speaking for kids. And right now I'm in a transition. I've been speaking for kids for so long. One high school at a time wasn't enough. So I'm actually transferring from speaking in one high school at a time to doing motivational concerts. That's 10 to 20 high schools at one time, kind of like a concert style. So I'm actually a DJ now as well, with plenty of other things that I do. And I basically travel with multiple other motivational speakers. I'm the last speaker, and I'm entertaining and emceeing with music in the middle. And then I give my last keynote speech at the end. So that's my why. That's my passion, is changing kids' lives. And I also speak internationally, all over the world, different venues. I actually went to college to be a dental hygienist.
Wow. So there's the tie-in.
Yeah, that's the tie-in.
How did you put together the concept of combining the benefits of CBD with mouth spray?
Yes, that's what it is. So I'm a pediatric dental hygienist. I got a specialty in pedo, and then I graduated from The Ohio State University and moved to the beautiful islands of Hawaii. And that's where I started my very first business of many. And, I spent a short time of my career actually practicing. I still hold an active license in Hawaii and Ohio, actually. I live down here in South Florida. And then I just got into opening a lot of service-based businesses. But what I found out early on was that there was more people that needed motivated than just kids. And I spent a lot of years in my industry motivating dental professionals, actually. And I basically helped a lot of CEOs and presidents, vice presidents meet a lot of dental professionals that were practicing, but they were looking for something different in their career. They were looking for something out of the clinical operatory. They wanted to be a speaker. They wanted to be a writer. They wanted to be a sales representative. They wanted to be an educator, et cetera. So what I did was I met those business owners or CEOs, business development people, and introduced the dental professional together. And I helped build massive organizations and sales forces together. I essentially had dental professionals meeting with the companies and helping them build their organizations. So I did that for about 5 years. And then I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to create my own product for the first time. I'd done businesses, but I never had created my own product. And I wanted to do something that was extremely unique. And I wanted to essentially solve some problems and solve some issues in the industry. And that's when Lyfee was created. So I wanted to solve multiple issues, and I knew whatever I wanted to do, I wanted to lead with what I knew best, which was giving. It was very important to me that I wanted to have a model that was similar to like Tom's. Have you ever seen a shoe?
Yeah, the shoes that every time you buy one, you get they give to another shoe pair to in Africa, right?
Yes.
An association in Africa, right?
Yes. So I wanted to create a similar model to where anytime that you bought a pack of two, we would give $2 to a charity. And so anytime that individual buys a 2-pack, we give that $2 to a charity. And anytime a business purchases a small pack, we give the $48 to a charity, and a large pack, we give $96 to a charity. And the really cool thing is that basically we have a lot of educators that educate on the product all over the country. So people are essentially offering these the Lyfee to many places all over the country. And so we're going to be essentially donating massive checks to large nonprofit organization and changing lives of so many people. And so that's our first core value, is give abundantly. It feels so good to be able to change so many lives. The second core value is full transparency. I don't know if you see on like social media and whatnot, there's companies out there, they're like pushing these products, and they're like, rah, rah. They're so like saying all the benefits, but they won't tell you the name of the product. They're like,
right, yeah.
Send me a private message and I'll tell you. You see a lot of multi-level marketing companies do that. Well, we're 100% not a multi-level marketing company, far from it. We are a lot of dental professionals, actually, a lot of medical professionals, nurses, and we believe in fully educating. So full transparency essentially means that anything that you would ever want to know about the company or the products, we fully stand behind all of the science and we educate on. So that's what full transparency means. The next company core value is always be positive. As a motivational speaker, it was really difficult not to include that core value.
Right.
If you ever hear me on stage or hear me in any social media, you'll notice that you'll never see a negative thing come from my mouth. Very positive. That's just who I am and everything I stand for. And then the last one is one life. You have one life. You should live it to the absolute fullest. So I think it's extremely important to understand what we are, who we are, and the core values before you even hear about the product.
Yeah, that was my next question, because I'm like, I love your core values. I love the mission statement on the website. But what I wanted to get down to, so what is Lyfee?
What is Lyfee? Yes. So Lyfee, this is what Lyfee is right here.
Ooh.
So it's a CBD mouth spray. And so essentially what this CBD mouth spray is, first off, if you are having issues with sleeping, for example, or if you are having issues with anxiety, PTSD, inflammation, epilepsy, CBD has shown to help with many of those benefits. Me personally, I have issues with going to sleep at night. I mean, my mind is racing with many things, and I also am restless throughout the night. I usually use about 5 to 8 pumps of this before I go to sleep. And I sleep throughout the night. I usually fall asleep with my phone just like this, and I wake up.
Me too. Yeah, I am the same way.
Yeah, and I wake up just like this. So that's huge. The second thing is well over 50% of the population suffers from dry mouth. There's over 750 medications that cause dry mouth. And dry mouth happens in a lot of the elderly population as well. It actually happens often for this speaker And
Nice.
what happens when you are in the gym, when you want to go and get a drink, if you forgot your drink in the gym, you have dry mouth, and this helps majorly with dry mouth. I actually use a CPAP at night. With a CPAP that I am using at nighttime, I use this before I go to bed, and it helps me wake up without dry mouth. It has essential oils. It has aloe in it as well, which is extremely important to help moisturize your mouth. It also has zinc. It has 2.5 times the normal zinc that we put in these because zinc, as you know, helps to boost immunity. Which is extremely important. You know, zinc is actually selling out of the stores. You can't find it anywhere. There's 11 milligrams of zinc in our new formula. There's 750 milligrams of CBD. Now, the very important thing about this is it's CBD isolate. That's the purest form of CBD. It is THC free. So understand that there's not THC, meaning that it doesn't give you the same effects that marijuana would give you. It is legal in all 50 states, which is majorly important. It's something that you have to understand. So it's THC free, has 750 milligrams of CBD isolate. That is the purest and safest form of CBD. It's also really important to understand that the factory that we have, it is a factory that many products that we make, which are many products, it is a product that we have to have the FDA standards for, meaning that the FDA does not something that the CBD is regulated by. CBD is not regulated by the FDA, but our factory, our facility is regulated from the FDA. So we hold this to the highest standards, and it is premium grade FDA. So super duper excited to actually have this. And, you know, we're right now, we're in this period of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's causing a lot of issues with all of us.
And that extra zinc in Lyfee spray is totally essential for your immunity.
You said it, not me.
And that makes sense. It totally ties in together.
Yes. And, you know, we had to pivot as a company during this time. And we actually had the ability to go out and actually build a brand new product. And that
Really?
brand new, yes, that brand new product, we actually just announced it 2 days ago, actually. And it has aloe, it has vitamin E, it has CBD, and it also has essential oils. It's a foaming hand cleanser.
What? Hand cleanser? I've always wanted to say it. I've always wanted to say this.
What?
You heard it here first, folks. Right from Elijah Desmond, a brand new hand cleanser. You heard it right here. Brand new hand cleanser coming on the market. CBD essential oils, right from the owner's mouth.
So with the hand foam cleanser, does it have the same antibacterial effectiveness as, you know, the brand, the store brands, such as the
Perel?
Yeah, I use Bath and Body hand sanitizers. I have a lot of those little bottles.
Yeah, does it have alcohol in it? Because that seems to be the big thing.
So it has a small amount of alcohol in it. Whenever you put CBD in with any another main ingredient, you can't make any claims.
Okay.
Right? That's why we call it a hand cleanser and not a antibacterial.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, we'll cut that.
It's against FDA regulation. So you can't start making claims like that.
Right. But you do have an FDA factory.
Right.
That's
make those
the laws.
Okay, I have a question. Does it Lyfee spelled Lyfee, does that have a special meaning to that? I was just wondering.
It does have a kind of a special meaning. Here's the thing. When we first came out with the product, we didn't know what the product name was going to be called. Right? Okay. So I was calling it Product X. And so I brought all of these people. There was like originally 2,000 people on board that wanted to sell Product X. And I was tired of calling it Product X. So I'm like, you know what? This is like a breath of fresh air for so many people. Let's just call it Lyfee for now until we figure out what we're going to call it. So people started saying like, welcome to the good life. I can't wait to start selling Lyfe. My husband told me to get a new Lyfe, so I'm going to go get a new Lyfe. They started coming up with like all these amazing things, these lines around Lyfe.
Right.
And so I basically was like, we got to call it Lyfe now. There's like no choice but to call it Lyfe.
Okay.
And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to call it Lyfe, but I couldn't tell them that. So then we had to go out and look for a trademark, and Lyfe cereal already took Lyfe.
Yeah, of course.
So we had to go and find a spelling that was close enough and that we liked, that we could get a cool logo around. And this is how it was made.
Okay, no, that's a great background story. That's great.
No,
Went from product X to
Lyfe.
Yes, we couldn't get rid of it.
No. I love it. I actually love it. So,
So how can someone out there get their own Lyfe?
Yes, well, we're gonna have a link. We're gonna have a link in the comments section, right? So we'll have a link in the show notes. And here's a really cool thing: like, Lyfe as a company, we like don't sell it directly. So essentially, they have to get it from a store. So here's what's really cool: if there's a store out there, like stores actually can carry Lyfe. A store would be a gym. Could be a tanning salon. It could be a nutrition shop. It could be a dental practice. It could be a spa, a med spa. It could be a dispensary. It could be a smoke shop. It could be a grocery store. Right. That could be a store to carry it.
Okay.
And so the stores essentially, once they actually sell 10, 24 packs of Lyfe, they get to be on our website. And that's a store locator. So basically what will happen is that people will go to our website and they can go to the store locator and find where to get it. But for the purposes of the show, we've actually made it possible for you to get it right in the show notes. We're actually going to have a link.
Nice.
Absolutely. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I love the concept of that because you've got to go to a store, now you're helping out small businesses as well. So you've got people that are supporting you, these educators that are bringing it to the stores. So the educators are being able to have a job per se, if they want to do it full time or whatever. But then now you're helping out the small businesses instead of saying, okay, well, we're just going to put it on Shopify and send it all over. And not only are we giving it to the stores, but we're also doing it ourselves. So you're integrating with each other and you're canceling each other out. You're saying that, no, we are not going to sell it straight to the consumer. We're only going to the stores, which then will help out small businesses in the community. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. So basically, if you have a store or know anybody that has the stores, you all can offer it. We are not going to offer it ourselves. So
that's a great model.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's next for Lyfe besides the cleanser and the mouth spray?
What's next? So we actually are going to be coming out with different. So this is mint. So we actually be coming out with different flavors of the mouth spray. So we will be coming out with a different product once every quarter. But first, we'll be coming out with the flavors. So that's very, 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 very exciting.
That is exciting.
Awesome. So then my last question is, what's next for Elijah Desmond?
What's next for Elijah Desmond? Well, I'll tell you what, this is a stay-at-home season for me. I've been on the road for 3 to 4 cities every month for the past 2 years, and it was 10 cities for the past 5 years before then, speaking. And the next thing for me is a road trip. I'm staying off planes. I've been off planes since the beginning of March. I plan to stay off planes for a while. And the next thing for me is learning about long audio books and long car rides. That's what's next for me.
That sounds great. Your next adventure awaits.
Yeah.
Yes. So what's next for you guys?
Well, we are continuing on and delving into learning about YouTube and figuring out how the algorithm works. And how we can possibly bring all of the experience that we have to all the people out there to help them get off the couch, help them with their fitness, and help them gain longevity and vitality.
Awesome.
And this seems to be part of it. This seems to be, might be one of those things that are going to help. So we're really excited, and we're really happy that you joined us here on Fitness Forever TV with M and B.
He's B, I'm M.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us. You're okay. We're going to share out your Instagram and stuff like that. Is that all right in the show notes?
Absolutely. That would be great.
We really appreciate it.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you.